Hey guys, welcome back to the Pi Network. This is an unofficial channel just made for your information and knowledge about Pi and its features. I know I've been out for a very long time, but there were a lot of things that came up in my life and I just wasn't able to get back to YouTube. But now I'm back, so yeah, that's exciting, I guess. And yeah, today is actually a very special day, and it's the reason I decided to come back because in a few hours the lockups will be closed. So, we'll officially have to lock up our Pi and stuff, and it's a very important process. So, I thought I should make a video about it and just let you guys know a bit about what it is and what we're supposed to do and stuff. So, if you go to mainnet here in the menu, you can see your mainnet Pi balance preview. Most of it is unverified balance, as it is for everybody, because your unverified balance is basically the balance you earned from your referrals from the people you invited to the app. So since most of them are going to be non-verified, it's all unverified balance. The transferable balance to mainnet, that's what you should focus on, and that's what is actually what you own. Because this is the balance you earned by yourself and not from any of your referrals or your security circle or anything like that. This is what you earned by yourself and yourself only. So this is yours. No one can take this from you. So this is what we are focusing on. And if you go here to locked up balance, right now my locked up amount on the mainnet is 0 pi because I haven't really configured the amount to lock up because I wanted to make this video and tell you about it. So I'm just going to very briefly tell about the lockups because it's literally in a few hours. We have to lock up everything. So there's not really much time. So there are two things you have to focus on, which you can clearly see here: the lockup percentage and the lockup duration. My lockup status is not yet committed, and commit now to boost your mining rate effective March 14th, which is in a few hours. So yeah, what is the lockup percentage? The lockup percentage is basically how much, like what percentage of your Pi do you want to lock up. Locking up means you're not going to be able to use that Pi when you go to mainnet. So if say I lock up 100% of my Pi, then all the transferable Pi to mainnet is going to be locked up and I cannot use it for whatever duration I choose. So if I take 100% and I take 2 weeks, then for 2 weeks after the mainnet starts, you cannot use any of your Pi because you have locked up 100% of it. And for doing that, you get a resulting mining rate bonus, a boost of 29.47% for me. This is calculated like this: 100% of your lockup percentage, and because it's 2 weeks, so that's into 10% and into the log of 885. 885 is the number of mining sessions I've completed. So the number of days you've been on Pi and tapped the Pi button basically. So yeah, that's one case. Now, I think most of the people would prefer doing 25% because if Pi doesn't grow up to its expectation, then you don't want to keep everything locked up for a long time. So if you're going to do 25% for 2 weeks, you get a bonus, a boost rate bonus of 7.37%, which isn't much, but it's still something. So if you're earning at 100 Pi per hour, which is a ridiculous amount, but there are people who earn that. So if you're earning 100 Pi per hour, you'll get 107.37 Pi per hour, which is not that much of a boost, but it's still something. If you lock it up for more time, for 6 months, that's going to be 36.84%. Now, these percentages are going to differ for each person because of the number of mining sessions you've completed. So it's going to be similar, but not the exact same. So if I do it for 6 months, then I'm going to get a bonus of 36.84% for those 6 months, and I won't be able to use 25% of my locked up Pi basically. So I'll be able to use 75% of my Pi. If I do it for 1 year, I get a mining boost of 73.67%, and if I do it for 3 years, then for 3 years I'll get a mining boost of 147%, which is a lot. But for those 3 years, I won't be able to use 25% of my Pi. That's how it works. If I do 50%, you can see the mining rate like literally doubles, right? So if I do 50%, if I lock up 50% of my Pi for 3 years, that's a 294% boost. That's literally almost 3 times more, you know. So it depends on that. If you do 90%, then it's going to be 530% increase in your mining rate. And if you do 100%, lock up all of your pi which you transfer to mainnet, then you're going to get a 589.39% boost if you're doing it for 3 years. So now, what would be the recommended lockup percentage and lockup duration? That's the most interesting thing, right? So it actually depends on you. It depends per person and what you feel you should do. Because if you truly believe in pi and you think that in 3 years time it's going to be something else, it's going to grow a lot and have a lot of, have a lot of increase in its value, then if you're a complete believer, then you should go for the 100% in 3 years, you know. But honestly, I would not recommend that. Locking up all of your pi is not, I don't think it's a good thing. What I would recommend is probably doing 90% and 3 years. If you're completely into pi and you believe it all the way through, then go for 90% lockup, so you won't be able to use 90% of your pi, and for 3 years. And you get a very big mining boost rate, you know. So that's a very good choice. And me personally, I'm thinking of going for this. I might even consider 90% for 1 year, because I think it will take about 1 year for pi to get to a value which is really high, you know. And I don't mean high as in like $1,000 per pi or anything. It's not going to go up till there, but I believe it could go up till $5 to $10 in a year, which should be really significant and a lot of value. So 90% for 1 year is very interesting, and you get a mining boost rate of 265%, right? And you won't be able to use 90% of your pi for 1 year. That's basically how it works. Now, if you don't believe in pi that much and you're just investing in it, you're not really investing in it, you're just giving it some time, tapping a button, inviting people, and you're not really that into it and you don't believe in it that much, then you should go for the 25% or the 50%, because you don't want to lock up all your pi. If you believe that once it goes to mainnet, its value is going to increase a lot and then decrease after that, then yeah, you should lock up maybe 50% or 25% for a short time, because then you can use your pi faster and sell it maybe and get a good value if you think that's how it's going to work. But yeah, again, it depends per person, and I'm not here going to give you any financial advice or anything. It depends on your gut, what you feel. Me personally, I think I'm going to go for 90% for 1 year and get a 265% boost rate, which is really good. If I go for 3 years, that's a huge boost rate. I don't know, I might consider that, but again, I'm not really sure. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this and give you a small basic idea of the lockup percentage and lockup duration. And yeah, I think you guys have 1 or 2 hours or maybe 3 hours left for the day, for the 14th of March to start in the US. So all the best. Hopefully you guys decide the right thing. And yeah, see you guys later. Please comment down below if you like the video and give me any suggestions or anything you want to know about, and I would love to help you out. Thank you.